When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay, cause I could draw. My uncle was, and I kept my room straight. I told my mom, tears rushing down my face. She's like, Ben, you've loved girls since before pre-K. Trippin'. Yeah, I guess she had a point, didn't she? Bunch of stereotypes all in my head. I remember doing the math, like, yeah, I'm good at Little League, a preconceived idea.
Sure, so I've been fortunate enough to work with our LGBTQ plus student services throughout the course of the last school year. And what happened was one morning in October, we were notified that there were posters that were put around campus. And these posters had messages stating just basically hate and encouraging members of the LGBTQ plus communities on our campus to kill themselves, or that they should not, be proud of who they are. And these posters were found in a couple locations on campus. But word spread very quickly. Once they were found, they were taken down, but people found out right away. And our community on campus immediately felt threatened by this. We did not know who put these posters up. We didn't know where they had come from, how long they had been there. And so while everyone was looking into this, it was really important that we provided support to our community on campus.
She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm.
There was an immediate emergency meeting scheduled from Dr. Boyd Yarbrough, who was the Vice President of Student Affairs and also the Dean of Students. He called this meeting with Dr. Maurice Stennett, who was the Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion. This was an all-hands staff meeting. He brought in everybody from student affairs, student life, residence life, dining, the bookstore, the rec center, naturally the counseling center and the health services. But Dr. Yarbrough was very adamant that he wanted an overwhelming response to this message of hate. He wasn't sure what that message was or what the response was. So he asked for volunteers to come forward with a poster or a flyer so that it could be placed all over campus in a unified message that hate will not be tolerated on campus.
So the collaboration between campus partners became so essential to make the rest of our campus feel safe as well, which is something that was kind of taken from our students during that time, and also our faculty and staff who identify as members of LGBTQ plus communities.
She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm.
I volunteered to be a graphic design / creative on the project. I'm not the kind of person who's probably going to march or sign petitions or hand them out for that matter, but I do want to contribute, and I have a little bit of gift to give, so I figured that'd be the best way.
Certificate on paper isn't gonna solve it all, but it's a damn good place to start. No law is gonna change.
The committee was very ad hoc, and people were sort of upset. At the same time, some of them felt threatened. Some of the people who were on the committee identified as LGBTQ. So it was a little bit of a chaotic meeting. But in the end, I decided to just move forward with the black and white love is greater message. I've always been taught that love is greater than anything. I believe that the issue is black and white. There is no gray. Love is the only way. So in that vein, I decided to make a very simple, along the lines of a keep calm and carry on type message. I used Adobe Illustrator to modify the Cleveland State seal and make the words around it into a heart. And then I imported that logo into Adobe InDesign and made the poster that said love is greater with the contact information for the counseling center.
What came out of those posters, it was amazing because this event happened, our students were feeling unsafe, maybe feeling unsupported, feeling overwhelmed, and all of a sudden to just see these posters all over campus was amazing. To have giant posters outside of our office suite here in the student center and the dining hall, all over campus, seeing them on different doors. People in my office were asking if they could have posters. I know our intern and our grad assistants were asking if they could have posters, and so I think seeing them everywhere all of a sudden after these messages of hate had been posted the day before was really powerful. And the other thing that was really cool was that these posters of support and this message of love was everywhere, whereas the poster that was spewing hate was only in a couple places, maybe only one place. So it was a really powerful statement. I think that we care more about love and we care more about acceptance than we do about, we'll spread that message. That message is the most important message. So I think our community felt really supported and honored by that.
They were handed out the next morning, and some of them had already been deployed. And the response was overwhelming. I got lots of phone calls at my office wanting more of the posters.
Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, my love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm.
We press play, don't press pause. Progress, march on.
Yeah, it's cool. I think that I'm not glad the incident happened. I would not wish that on our students, faculty, and staff in these communities at all. It's, I know a lot of us just felt emotionally drained and overwhelmed and unsupported, and initially when that happened, but then within the 24 hours afterwards to have such a great visual representation of the college's support of our communities was amazing. So I think it started a movement, I think, towards acceptance. Throughout the course of this year, looking around at our different LGBTQ plus events and seeing all kinds of people, allies and members of the community attending has been amazing. And to have these posters lingering as a reminder of why we are so focused on this mission and so focused on supporting members of these communities. It's really cool to have that visual reminder everywhere.
She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love